Hello there, my hypothetical audience, and welcome back to Ordinary Gaming, where we are playing some more Dark Souls. We're picking up right from where we left off at the last video. Still in the Lost Bastille. Still undead, unfortunately. And we are about to go take on the Ruin Sentinels. Before we do that, though, we are going to become human, so that we can summon someone in to give us a hand with this boss. As I've already said, this boss fight is probably one of the most challenging early game boss fights. The main reason being that the Ruin Sentinels do a lot of damage. But what makes them difficult is the fact that they are tanky and there's 3 of them. And they also move in a very weird manner, I found. That's not a good way of describing it. The Ruin Sentinels, I find, are unpredictable. And as you probably heard there, that guy just blew himself up. If you just run right past him, he usually explodes himself, which is kind of funny. We kill these guys one hit. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's not die directly after becoming human. That'd be preferable. We're gonna run in here real fast. Heal up. Whoa, that guy was wearing Katarina armor. That's in this game? I used to love that stuff. There we go. Just dodge roll into those guys. I find those guys are a bit challenging to take out, honestly. They do a lot of damage, and they've got a lot of reach on them. Certainly not one of the most dangerous or difficult enemies in this game, but they are sort of unpredictable and unruly, and you can be forgiven for taking a bit of damage on them. I'm not seeing a summoning sign available here, which actually I find kind of disheartening. I was really hoping we could grab someone to help us with this boss fight. It's entirely possible that my soul level is... not my soul level, my soul memory is too low to summon people in effectively in this area. I do not know what the average soul memory is in this area, though I do remember myself being somewhere in the neighborhood of like soul level... I would have been like soul level 40 first time I came through here, and right now we're only level 18. We're actually a really low level at the moment. You know what? We're gonna try for this anyway. We're going to see if we can't do it with Pilgrim Belliclaire alone. Which, okay, this is far from ideal. I don't relish the thought of doing this with a non-human helper. But on the bright side, only having one summon in this fight means that the Ruin Sentinels will have considerably less health. Is he going to follow me the entire way here? He is, isn't he? Okay, so we're going to kill him real fast. This entire video might just be me trying to kill the Ruin Sentinels. It took me probably twice as long to kill the Ruin Sentinels my first time through the game as it did for me to kill any of the bosses before that. And that was even being a high level, but that's also because they seem to be inordinately resistant to magic. Or in my case, they were inordinately resistant to miracles. Best way to deal with these guys is with throwing daggers. It's the easiest, fastest way to deal with them. The other option you have is you can try and convince them to walk off the edge here, but that doesn't always work. There we go. Throwing daggers will always do them 161 damage. You will almost always be able to kill them in 3 shots. If you need more throwing daggers, you can buy them in infinite stock from the crazy witch merchant, who will move to Majula after you've defeated the pursuer. Okay, that right there is a shitty attack. It does a lot of damage, and you really don't want to be hit by it. If you see them raise their hand, get the fuck away from them. That simple. I was hoping we had more range than that. We didn't. I don't like how much damage our weapons are taking here before we even get to the Sentinels, but it really can't be helped. Now that we've taken these guys out, we should have a Royal Greatsword. I wonder what the damage is on that item. Let's have a look. It's a bit better. It requires more strength to use. I'm not going to worry about greatswords in this playthrough, probably. I'm going to stick to probably two-handing weapons. Two-handing weapons seems like a better idea to me than, oh, this is bad. These guys can wreck your shit so quickly if you're not careful. And as you can see there, I was not careful and I almost got killed. I talked in an earlier video about how pretty much all deaths in Dark Souls are the result of getting careless. And as as I said, this leading the back here can result in them walking off the edge for you. It is much better to fight these guys out here. You don't want to fight them in there. And I got careless and I thought that there was just the two guys left in there. I was wrong. And that almost got me killed. Dodge. That was damage I didn't need to take, which is unfortunate. On the bright side, with the stone ring, we have a much better chance of stumbling people. So as you can see there, I sort of stun-locked that guy to death. I kept on hitting him, and he could not hit me. I wish swords were a bit faster. Oh, we have someone here. Please let me get it. Come on. Nope, we missed it. That is depressing. Well, we are going to switch out our weapons real fast here. Switch that for the hide sword, switch that for the Drang Lake shield. Something I didn't mention in the previous video when I picked this up is the Drang Lake shield is actually probably the first early game shield you can get that has 100% physical block. That's actually something that's fairly surprising in Dark Souls 2 that was fairly common in Dark Souls 1, was shields that had 100% block. Okay, Belliclaire, can you come and give me a hand, please? These guys are really good at tracking your movements. So what you mainly want to do when you're fighting them is try and get behind them. They have a couple attacks that will actually carry them through you. So if you have a shield up, you should be able to sort of get behind them and chip away a little bit of health. In my experience, it's best to strafe towards their right, or towards your right, rather. But just keep strafing in general. I'm really hoping Belliclaire doesn't jump down. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna throw some throwing daggers at this one. They don't do that much damage, but if you have a bow and arrow, this is where you would want to use it. I actually should have picked up a bow and arrow. You know, since we've got the opportunity here, Belliclaire is taking damage. What you do is you run over to here, open this. Oh, the secret door is not available. Okay, fair enough. And I died. Alright, so that's something I wasn't actually aware of. That's the first time I tried to do that while fighting the Ruin Sentinels. I thought you might be able to use that secret door to get back up to the top level if you fall down. But apparently not, because there's a fog wall in the way. So, that's another effigy we're going to have to use. Doing this without Belliclaire is possible, but I feel like we have a better chance of doing it with help. I'm going to try and do it without help. Probably once. Only once. I don't have the bow and arrow yet. I'm going to show you where you can get a bow and arrow. Once you've killed the first of the Ruin Sentinels on that platform, you probably want to take at least a couple of pot shots at the one down below. In a previous video, I went and bought the key from the Undead Lady Merchant. It's called Lenegrass's Key. It costs 1,000 souls. Once you get it, Lenegrass will set up shop in here. And if you need yourself a bow, you can get one right here, right after opening the shop. So, let's see if we actually have the stats to use this bow effectively. We do. That's good. I have arrows. I have fire arrows and regular arrows, but not many of them. This is not enough to be effective. We probably should have come back here and leveled up too. I'm looking at how heavy my equipment is, and I'm actually wondering if I'm gonna be able to fight like this. Arrows don't weigh anything. Okay, that's good to know. The shield, the Drang Lake shield is extremely heavy. Any Drang Lake item is extremely heavy. So that would be why I'm sort of struggling to use my equipment here. We're definitely built to be more speedy than tanky, so the shield's not our greatest. Is not our greatest option at the moment. We're probably going to do a lot better with our double swords. Just make sure we're in our power stance. And let me check something actually. You can actually shield break with your offhand even. Oh, I'm so glad he missed me there. As you probably saw there, they also have a great deal of damage reduction when they're in that animation, so. That was bad, that was stupid. What you want to do is you sort of want to wrap around to their side when you're fighting them. Go towards your right, roll towards your right and try and get behind them. If you're on their right, when they do their large swings, they won't always hit. And I'm actually going to kill this guy first before we go and piss off the Royal Knights. Backing up's not the best idea, because if you back up, you're almost guaranteed to get hit by them. But I didn't want to risk rolling into him with that gap directly beside me like that. So I'll show you what I mean. There, you roll to the side, you get on their side. That's bullshit that I took damage there. I don't know what he hit me with to make me take damage, but whatever. I'm not going to complain about it too loudly. And now we're pretty much just going to do the exact same thing we did before. I'm kind of sad that it's taken me 3 attempts to do this. That sucks as far as I'm concerned. But, you know what can you do? Like I said, it is a hard boss, and I'm tackling it at a much lower level than I think would be ideal. You probably want to be doing enough damage to one-shot these guys. Like these Royal Guards. If you're one-shotting the Royal Guards, you are probably doing enough damage to take on the Ruin Sentinels. And their attacks should not be doing more than half of your health every time they hit you. Obviously, in our case, we just want to avoid being hit by them. Please don't knock me off. That was really scary there. We almost lost like 20,000 souls, and I would have been choked if that had happened. I don't like these guys. These guys are really irritating to me. I find them even more irritating as a sword and board character because they are capable of really hammering down your defense. It's actually kind of funny. I find them a lot easier to deal with without a shield at all. But that's because this character is pretty much built specifically to be a very fast-hitting sword swinger who is very mobile and very, very agile. A heavy armor character is probably not going to be as effective against these Royal Knights. Sorry, they're not Royal Knights, they're soldiers. They're Royal Soldiers. We will fight Royal Knights shortly, and they are an absolute pain in the ass. Ah, crap. I was hoping I could spam down that one guy really quickly. Apparently not. And we're gonna run, because holy crap, that almost killed me. That would have been a really, really lousy way to lose all the souls that are just sitting in the Ruin Sentinel fight at the moment. Reason I'm not using my Estus Flask, reason I'm using Life Gems, even though I have a limited supply of them, is because your Estus Flask will recover your health a lot faster in a fight. So we are going to use one more effigy. I think I've got 2 left. I'm going to make sure I've killed everything before I check. Everybody's dead. Awesome. So I've got the 2 effigies left. We're going to use one more of them. And hopefully we're going to grab a summon for this fight. A actual human summon. Erasmus. I'm actually kind of surprised to see this guy outside of a Halloween update. And just before Erasmus gets here, we are going to quickly change the weapon arrangement we have. We're going to put on our much heavier shield, and hopefully we can do this. Yes, Erasmus, it's very nice to meet you. That was not what I meant to do. I hope you didn't take it personally. But let's do this. Let's see if we can get this done. It just occurred to me that I did not equip my bow and arrow, even though I specifically went and grabbed one for this fight. If you've got help in this fight, it might be worthwhile to two-hand your shield and sort of draw the attention of a single Ruin Sentinel. Provided you have decent stamina, you should actually be able to tank the hits with a double-handed shield. If you're using the Drang Lake shield like I am, as you can see, you're actually able to sort of suffer these blows just so long as you stop blocking in order to recover. And because I'm doing it like this, Erasmus and Belliclaire are going to be able to sort of spam this Sentinel down without taking too much damage themselves. I'm just really hoping that Erasmus has the good sense to not hop down there where the other 2 are and end up getting himself killed. Yep, Erasmus is hanging out up here. That is the wiser decision. You want to continue hanging out here. This is the best place to fight the Ruin Sentinels. If you get 2 up here, it's a lot easier to back into one corner and just sort of tank the hits from them. I wish I could see what they were doing. Let's see if we can get a look at them where they are. There they are. Yeah, so Belliclaire is gonna die. I'm not terribly fussed about the fact that Belliclaire is gonna die. I prefer it. Yeah, Erasmus. See, Erasmus has the right idea. I should really equip my bow, but I'm kind of scared to go into my inventory while those 2 are walking around down there. And yeah, this is going to be it for Belliclaire. I just hope Belliclaire has used all of her soul spears before she dies. And hopefully the most damaged of the Ruin Sentinels comes up here. So that's the one we want to sort of bait up here. She is going to jump in a second. There you go. There she is. Okay. Oh, no, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh, and we're dead. And we're dead. I probably wasn't as aggressive in that fight as I should have been. That was bad play on my part, and I fully admit that. We have the 1 effigy left. We have 2 available at the Undead Merchant. What I think is going to happen is we are going to burn this effigy. Or not literally burn this effigy. We're going to use the effigy. Does that just automatically switch my weapons? Which one have I got? No, I don't want that in my right hand. I want... There we go. I was hoping that would just switch the weapon. We're going to use our Lost Effigy. And this will probably be the last attempt on the Ruin Sentinels in this video. I don't see us getting another attempt should I die here. So hopefully we get it this time. If I don't get it this time, I guess what I'll do is I'll grab... Oh, we just lost a whole bunch of souls, didn't we? Oh, we lost 20,000 souls. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Just be nice and polite. Wrong button. Cool, let's go. So this guy has a great shield. Sorry, this guy has the shield and the axe. Not a bad combination. The battle axe does a lot of damage. I hope. And the fact that he's The fact that he's wearing very little armor seems to suggest to me that he's gone full strength to make the most out of that battle axe. That seems to be the case. He's probably around our level, probably around level 18. It wouldn't surprise me if he started that character as a bandit. Bandits don't have the most strength in this game like they did in the previous one. Where if you wanted to build a high strength character, you would usually start them as a bandit or a I guess you could have started them as a warrior. I wouldn't have started them as a warrior. I forget what the exact starting stats for warriors were, but they weren't particularly great for building a strength-based character. In the first game, I almost always started my character as a pyromancer. I think everyone did that just because pyromancy was good with everything. Alright, so I'm hoping these guys have the good sense to fall back. He's got an interesting sword that I don't recognize. Is that a homunculus blade? Come on, fall back. Well, Bevelton's gonna die. Too bad for that. Gotta be careful. These guys have, like, really, really slow swings, but they are meaty swings. As you can see, they do a lot of damage. So what you basically want to do against them, and any of this type of opponent really, is you want to sort of lure them into making a swing at you, dodge backwards, and then come into the attack, and try and stumble them as best you can. If you don't stumble them, immediately roll backwards, otherwise you're going to get hit. In that case, he was blocking. I think that's an exception. I'd like these two to heal up so we can continue. These guys are not bad as far as companions go. These fucking oil barrels are really dangerous. Because one of these undead soldiers hits an oil barrel just right, he explodes all of us. Uh-oh, gonna die. Gotta fall back. That sucks that both of our summon friends got killed, but that they got into a really shitty situation over here, being backed into the corner the way they were. It's too bad too, because I was really what's the word I'm looking for? I was really optimistic about our chances of winning. So we're gonna summon Belliclaire again. We're out of life gems too. So we're gonna equip our bow and arrow this time, because fucking stupid not to. Equip our shield. And we're gonna get started. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. Same idea as before. Hide in the... Well, actually, I'm not going to have to draw aggro here, because it's going after Brutus. Okay, yeah, you're going to come off to me. Just going to keep this thing occupied until Brutus can heal up. Two-handing your shield really does make all the difference in this fight. If you're drawing aggro from the Ruin Sentinel, if you two-hand your shield, it'll give you a lot more stamina and a lot more hits from it. I hope it doesn't do a spin attack, because if it does do that, it's going to hit me and I'm going to die. Yeah, because I've mostly been fighting this thing up here in a cramped space, we haven't seen the majority of its attacks. They have quite a few interesting attacks, which sort of lends itself to why I said they move in a very weird fashion. We are going to heal up right away, actually, because... fuck. Where is he? Okay, well, that'll be interesting. I don't like going all the way down on my stamina fighting these guys, because and their fucking shield. Well, I'm so glad you didn't hit me with that attack. That attack does a lot of damage. That's the same attack they use to sort of jump up here and attack you. So, we are going to hopefully keep this thing occupied while Belliclaire kills it. Should only take one more hit. Come on, Belliclaire, please tell me you have another soul arrow. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now, once 2 of them are dead, it is safe to engage the 3rd down here. And I would contend that it is only safe to engage the 3rd one down here once the other 2 are dead. Because now that he's got some space to work with, we might actually see some of this guy's weirder attacks. As you can see, with that Lucian they have, that I can't remember what that weapon's called. The hammer and pick, like the hammer and pick on a long pole. I can't remember what that's called. But as you can see, they have a lot of reach, and you kind of want to be wary of it. I'm really happy we finally got those guys, and let's be honest, it was all because of the help. Thank you so much, Brutus. That's kind of a clever name. It's a pity they censored it. But yeah, best of luck in your journeys, and use that token of fidelity well. So this is where I was trying to get to earlier. I'm kind of sad it didn't open for me. Sucks that I had to get killed like that. But oh well, we eventually got it. And at this point, I think we're going to be calling this video quits fairly soon. If you want to get Hush, it's up here. You can also open this wall right here to get onto this platform. There's another way to get onto this platform that involves jumping from that side over there. It's kind of finicky. It doesn't always work. I just suggest using the secret door. You know, why jump when you can use a ladder, eh? There's 2 more secret doors in this area. One here, which has a chest in it. There's going to be one other that has nothing in it. Or potentially it might have a crystal lizard, now I think about it. But this one's like usually empty when I open it. See, completely empty. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be something in here, if there's maybe a crystal lizard in there when you played in New Game Plus. I haven't checked in New Game Plus. And if you open this one, you will find a rusted coin on this corpse. And there you go. Actually, I think the crystal lizard's in here, isn't it? I haven't got my... Yeah, it is in here. It's over here somewhere. Oh crap, yeah. That guy. Those guys right there. Kill them the moment you see them. And if you can kill them at range, that's even better. Because they do something really irritating. We're going to get to see what they do in a couple of seconds here as I go to the next bonfire. So, be very careful when you come down this corridor. At the very end, that last cell on the left is one of those guys I just killed. You can kind of see the tatters he's wearing on his arms coming through the bars. Listen very carefully. There you go. That's what those guys do. So you do not want to be close to them when they do that. And here we are at the next bonfire. And this is where I'm going to call the video quits. I think we've played quite enough for this half hour. We finally beat the Ruin Sentinels, and we are just about to make the final step towards Sinner's Rise, where we will fight the first of the Great Souls. Anyway, if you guys liked what you saw here, let me know down below. I'm eager to hear any comments, good or bad, that you might have for me. You know, if you got suggestions on how I can make my videos better, by all means, leave them down there. I really do want to hear from you guys. And if you want to see more of my videos, just hit the subscribe button and give my channel a visit. But until the next time, I am going to stop the video right here. Thank you everyone for watching. And I will see you next time. Peace out.